ಓಕೆ, ಗುಡ್ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್. ಹೆಂಗಿತ್ತು 2 ದಿವಸ? ಏನೇನು ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತು? ನನಗಂತ ಒಂದ್ 2-3 ಟಾಕ್ ಕೇಳಿ ಇನ್ಫೀರಿಯಾರಿಟಿ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಬಂದ. ಇನ್ನು ಎಷ್ಟೈಪ ಕಲಿಯೋದು, ಇನ್ನು ಏನು ಜೀವನ ಮುಗಿಯಾಕೆ ಬಂತು, ಕಲಿಯೋದು ಎಷ್ಟೈತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ಎನಿವೆ, ಐ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾನಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಒಪಿನಿಯನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. 2 ದಿವಸದ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅನುಭವದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಓಕೆ, ವೆರಿ ಫ್ರಾಂಕ್ ಒಪಿನಿಯನ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ 2 days ಟು ಯು. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸಿಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, ಓಕೆ, ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತು, ವಾಟ್ ಡಿಡ್ ಯು ಫೀಲ್ ಇದರಿಂದ ಅನ್ನೋದು ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಇಬ್ಬರು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ರಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈಕ್ ಯಾರು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲೇ, ನಾನು ಬರ್ಲಿ, ನಾನು ಬರ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಯಾರು ಓಕೆ, ಯಾರು ಯಾರು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ? ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಕೊಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀನಿ ಮೈಕ್. ಇಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕಮ ಎಲ್ಲೇ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಯಾರು ಹೆಸರು ಹೇಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಗಿವ್ ಯುವರ್ ಒಪಿನಿಯನ್.
Sir, I am a full-time guest faculty of the department. I am a full-time guest faculty of the department. As sir said regarding the inferiority complex and all, even I have been hearing the reviews. We take the seminars and all. So I got a review that we ask them the questions. They feel like why I am not able to get those questions in my mind. So can any of you please explain?
ಓಕೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಶುರು ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಮೊದಲು ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಶುರುವಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಂದಿಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸೊಕ್ಕೆ ಕೈ ಎತ್ತರ ನೋಡು? ಸೊಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಕೈ ಎತ್ತರ? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 ಮಂದಿಗೆ ಸೊಕ್ಕೆ ಐತಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಂದಿಗೆ ನಾಚಿಕೆ ಐತಿ ಕೈ ಎತ್ತರ ನೋಡು? 1 2 3 4 5 6 ಒಂದ್ 8 ಮಂದಿಗೆ ಸೊಕ್ಕೆ ಐತಿ, ಒಂದ್ 8 ಮಂದಿಗೆ ನಾಚಿಕೆ ಐತಿ. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ನೀವು ಯಾರು ಕೈ ಎತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸೊಕ್ಕು ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾಚಿಕೆನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಕೈ ಎತ್ತ. ಯಾರು ಕೈ ಎತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, ಸೊಕ್ಕು ಐತಿ, ನಾಚಿಕೆ ಸೊ if you want to be a good learner, ಸೊಕ್ಕು, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಸೊಕ್ಕಿತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ನಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತೈತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕಲಿಯುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾಚಿಕೆ ಇದ್ದವರು ನನ್ಗೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕಲಿಯುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇವೆರಡು ಬಿಟ್ಟು 3 ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಡ್ರಿ, 2 ಬಿಡ್ರಿ. ಸೊಕ್ಕು ನಾಚಿಕೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿ. ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಟು ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್. ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ದಿಸ್ ಎಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಆಸ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಲರ್ನ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದ ಎಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್, ಅದೇನು ನೆಸೆಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಹೌ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರೊಬ್ರು ಕೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರೆ?
I am Aishwarya from first year MSc students. Sir, 2 days ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ನಾವೇನ್ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದಂದ್ರೆ, ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನಾವು ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಬಂತು, PU ಇಂದ ಬಂತು, ಹೆಂಗ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ಸ್ ನ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರ ಹಂಗ ಆಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ದಾಗ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಡೇಸ್. ಬಟ್ ನಾವು ಈ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂಡ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದ್ರಿ ಸರ್. ನಾವು ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗ 0.00 ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ವರ್ಗುನು ನಾವು ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅವೆಲ್ಲದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಯಾವ್ದಾರ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಡೆಪ್ತ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಈ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ನಾವು ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ವಿ ಸರ್. ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾವು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಒಳಗ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮತ್ತ ಎಲ್ಲರದ್ದು ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ನೋಡೋದ್ರ ಮೂಲಕ ನಾವು ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಮುಂದುವರಿಬಹುದು. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಮ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಸರ್. ಇವನ್ ನಾವು ಅದ್ರ ಹೆಸರೇ ನಾವು ಈಗ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಅದ್ರೊಳಗ ಇನ್ನ ಒಂದು 5 years ಒಳಗ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ಐತಿ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ ಸರ್. ಸೊ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಯಾವ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋ ರೇಂಜಿಗೆ ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ರು ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರ, ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ರು ಅದ್ರೊಳಗ ಇನ್ನೂ ಡೆಪ್ತ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರ. ಬಟ್ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ್ದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂತ
ನಿಮ್ದೊಂದು ಲೆಕ್ಚರ್ ಯಾರು? ಓಕೆ, ಬರ್ರಿ. ಹೆಸರು ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ನಿಮ್ದು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರು ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ.
Myself, Prajwal Hirman. I am MSc first year student. Sir ಹೇಳಿದಂಗ ಸೊಕ್ಕಂತೂ ಮೊದಲ ಮುರಿದ ನುಚ್ಚುನೂರು ಆಯ್ತು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಎರಡನೇದಂದ್ರೆ ಜಿನಿಯಸ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ಸ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಭಾಳ ನಮಗೆ ತಿಳಿದಿದ್ದು ಭಾಳ ಅಲ್ಪ. ಆದ್ರಂದ್ರೆ ಇದರಿಂದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ನಾ ಇಂಥ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರೋದು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಭಾಳ ಸಿಕ್ತು. ನನಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದೇನು ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಕಲ್ತರೂ ನಾವು ಕಲ್ತಿರೋದು ಭಾಳ ಕಮ್ಮಿ. ಮತ್ತು ನಾವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆದರೂ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಮೀಪ ಬರ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟೈಮ್ದಾಗ ಸಾಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಭಾಳ ದೂರ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಜರ್ನಿ ಐತಿ ಮತ್ತು ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ
ನಾನು ಬರ್ತೇನೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಮೀಪ. ಓಕೆ okay, one more question, then we'll ask the panel to respond to you. Yeah, one more question. Somebody else? Students?
Delegates. Question for delegates.
Suggestion? Yeah, please. Then you will introduce what to it.
My name is Urpaksh Paleda. Is called Simai and Lanantara. Sir Siddhappa Kamli Law College. 3 years already person. ಈ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ನನ್ನ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಂ.ಕಾಮ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ BSK ಮೇನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಸ್ ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ಬಳ್ಳಾರಿ. ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಸ್ ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರಿದ್ರಿ. ಇದರಿಂದ ನಂಗೆ ಬಹಳ ತುಂಬಾ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು. ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಹಳ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಯ್ತು. ಬಟ್ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ. ನಮಗೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಗಳ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇಂದ ಬಂದಿರ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಆದಷ್ಟು ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪ್ರಮಾಣದ ಕನ್ನಡ ಬಳಸಿದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಬಹಳ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನನ್ನ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ. ಇಷ್ಟ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಜೆಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ.
Okay, so what I get from this, which I want you to respond, they feel that they don't know enough. Right? Probably this is the feeling most of us also had when we were students. So, what is your opinion on this? I mean, how do you give them that positive outlook for the future? Yeah.
ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೇಳಿರೋ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ಸು ಅದೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ನಾವು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ವಿ ಹೆಡ್ ಫೆಲ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಇನಫ್. ಹೌ ವೆನ್ ಡು ವಿ ಲರ್ನ್ ಆಲ್ ದಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್. ಸೊ ಐ ವುಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಟು ಸೇ ಒನ್ used to read Reader's Digest. There was a college ranks column. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು some students will be talking to each other and professor watches them and the professor tells them, okay, you come here, what are you scared about? ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆದರ್ಕೋತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಹೆಂಗ ಓದ್ತೀವಿ ಎಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಂತೆ. ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ, ಹಾಗೆ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇರಿ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದ್ಸರ್ತಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅನ್ಸೋಕ್ ಶುರು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನನ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಆ ಹೊತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬ್ಯಾಚುಲರ್ಸ್ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಓದ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಓದ್ದಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅನ್ಸೋಕ್ ಶುರು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಂಗೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಆವಾಗ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಇದೆ, ಇನ್ನೂ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ PhD ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಅವಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಉಳಿದವ್ರಿಗೂ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಉತ್ಸಾಹ ಅದಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗಾದ್ರೂ ಕಲಿತೀವಿ. ಕಲ್ತ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ಓ ಇದನ್ನ ಹೀಗೂ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ನಾನು ಮನದಾಳದಿಂದ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ.
Morning, question related to energy, some green energy, something like that. It suddenly reminded me of one movie I think most of you must have seen, Munna Bhai MBBS, in which the principal takes a class. At the end, he says, any questions? Then one student rises. He says, sir, what is the procedure to change the hostel room? Such an irrelevant question. Of course, that makes principal very much upset. So similarly, most of you don't stay tuned to the lecture here. See, apply your mind. Sit very calmly and pay attention. Don't worry about your level of understanding and so on. Questions suddenly will arise in your mind. So that is very important. If you don't pay attention, then you just go tangent. That's always the case. So pay attention to what is being said here.
Yeah.
Secondly, try to think within the framework of physics only. That's very important. That means try to frame intelligent questions. And that's how it makes you to learn more.
So basically he's telling that find the ability of asking questions. I think very important. ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಇದೊಂದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಎಡಿಷನ್ ಟು ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟೆಲಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ನೀವು ಸಣ್ಣ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ ನಾನು. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಪಾನಿಪುರಿ ತಿನ್ನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ start talking about these things. You learn more from each other than what you can learn from books or in the classrooms. Because the discussions between each of you, ಅಲ್ಲೇ it will be open and frank. ನೀವು ಟೀಚರ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಆ ಟೀಚರ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಮೊದಲಿಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ರೋಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಟೀಚರ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅವರಿಗೆ. ಬಟ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಟಾಕ್ ಟು ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಫ್ರಾಂಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಓಪನ್. That's what I learned by, of course, the ideas come from teachers. I'm just joking. But everything comes from the teachers, the motivation comes from the teachers. But ultimately, to make that understanding happen, okay, a good interaction is important. So between each other, please try to find some time every day after the class to find these interactions. Yeah? Okay. You want to say? Yeah.
I want to add on to this. Professor Mulmini sir always used to tell, there can never be stupid questions, but there can only be stupid answers.
Okay, good. So now I'll come back to this. Okay, how to study, adannella helidri. We'll talk about that later as we go along. But now about the theme of this conference, right? The 100 years of quantum mechanics or quantum physics, right? How did we feel that? So what has happened in 100 years? Right? 1925, ಏನದು? Because you saw in the inauguration, a lot of people saying that, using that sentence of Richard Feynman, who said that we can't understand it, or it's very confusing, but we also came through the conference in the last 2 days. There's so much more understanding in the last 100 years. So our sentence is becoming lesser and lesser, weaker, because now we understand so much that we are also able to make a device of it, which is called as quantum computing. Okay, even something. So Raja, you want to comment something on this, the evolution of quantum mechanics in the last 100 years? What Richard Feynman didn't know, what Einstein didn't know, now Raja knows, Prabhu knows, Madam knows. Okay, that's important. Yeah.
Okay, so what I would say is that the basic principles of quantum mechanics that were laid down in 1920s and 30s, those basic principles of single particle quantum mechanics have remained, so to say, unaffected. They have been time tested. The concepts of superposition, entanglement, tunneling, all these concepts were laid down back in the 20s and 30s. And we have been able to utilize and exploit them more and more in devices because we know how these things work. But to tell you the truth, I mean, I still feel that there is a variation of Feynman's statement that is still valid, which we have discussed before, which is, if you are not shocked by quantum mechanics, then you certainly have not understood it. Because the main reason for saying that is because every single concept in quantum mechanics, whether you take tunneling or whether you take superposition or you take entanglement, all of these are completely far removed from human intuition. ನಮ್ಮ human experience ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ತರ phenomena ಯಾವುದು ಆಗದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. How can something go through a wall without breaking the wall? That is tunneling, right? How can something be in 2 or 3 or 100 different states at the same time? That is superposition. How can two things be correlated over vast distances even though there is no connection between them? That is entanglement. These all effects, these are so far removed from human experience that anytime we hear that this is actually the operating principle of a device, I get shocked. That how can this be the operating principle of a device? Tunneling diode, you take superconductivity, you take so many other devices, even now quantum computers. So for me, the version of Feynman's statement which is valid still today is, if you are not shocked by quantum mechanics, then you certainly have not understood it. You're not appreciated it.
So he's changing the word from, Feynman said, from confused to shocked. Right? Or confused ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ರು, but ಈಗ shock ಆಗ್ತೀವಿ. I think that's important. ನೀವು shock ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, you'll not enjoy the process. You have to get shocked. Then only the excitement creates the curiosity.
Now I see something with the
Okay, so very important for us to, that creates the curiosity. The shock adaga, confusing adaga, it creates the curiosity in you. Curiosity is very important. Like Einstein says, curiosity leads to imagination, and imagination is greater than knowledge.
Sir, one more point I
yeah,
would like to add.
please.
Now we often quote Feynman, Einstein. See, if you look at quantum physics after 1950, tremendous advances, both on the theoretical side and the experimental side. Leave aside Einstein and Richard Feynman, because you don't make much progress at that foundation level. so much of progress. Take Hartree-Fock method. They overcame the problem of how to solve Schrodinger equation for multi-electron systems. A tremendous development after 1960, density function theory and then so on this side. On the experimental side, lasers came and then it revolutionized spectroscopy, high resolution spectroscopy. Even Doppler-free spectroscopy can resolve all the components of hydrogen spectrum, whether it's H alpha line, H beta lines and so on. Now I ask Madam also, we have macroscopic quantization, Nobel Prize, and quantum entanglement. Now should we teach these things now in the classroom? Because these are the latest development after 1970s.
Yeah. ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡೋರು ಹೆದರಾಕತ್ತಾರೆ. To say that it should be in the okay, madam, please comment.
I would like to say, I started with what Mermin said. Shut up and calculate is quantum mechanics. So, not that way, but one thought about it. Foundations, basically basic concepts in quantum physics, that has led to technology is something, a miracle for me. So, the second quantum revolution is working with single systems, with control. And the kind of developments that have happened, like NV center diamonds, transmon qubits where tunneling has been seen. That is the other Nobel Prize. So, idello kuda, it gives you some kind of excitement that we live in this era to see these things. So, that kind of a feeling, if it has reached you, then our job is little more successful, is what I think. The conference has been arranged to discuss both first and second revolutions, and we have been lucky to be part of second revolution and watch what is first revolution going on. So that is something that you can keep in mind. And one Aishwarya said, when are we going to learn quantum computation and kind of things? But ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಮ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೀರೋ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಬೇರೆ. ಕ್ವಾಂಟಮ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟೇಷನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬೇರೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿ ಡಿಸಿಪ್ಲಿನರಿ ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಗಾರಿದಮ್ಸ್ ಕಲಿಯಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಣ್ಣ ಅಲ್ಗಾರಿದಮ್ಸ್, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಮಿರಕಲ್ಸ್. ಈಚ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಎ ಪಜಲ್. ಸೊ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸಿಲಿ, ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್. ಸೊ ಯಂಗರ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಲರ್ನ್ quantum computation much better because they have to play with algorithms. It's like puzzle for them. So I hope that India, with lot of younger students, they would do so much better if they take up some computation, algorithms and things like that. Thank you.
Sir, you want to say?
No, just I want to ask.
Yes.
Spoke about, you nicely explained about this Bell dualities. So what is the conclusion? Whether Einstein was right, and what is the outcome? Whether he has done the paradigm over it.
Einstein was wrong.
That's all. So,
I can straight away say Einstein was not correct. So that is the result. But paradox ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ EPR paradox, it is something like ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಸತ್ಯ, ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಸುಳ್ಳು, ನನ್ನ ನಂಬಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದು ಸುಳ್ಳು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸುಳ್ಳು. ಆ ತರ ಪ್ಯಾರಡಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅದು. It's a paradox.
it is not included in the Nobel Prize.
Yes.
entanglement,
But it is the
how
concept
important
of
that is.
it's based. Yeah, yes, sir. Basically, what Raja said, that is about what we have, what we cannot perceive, we get into conflicts. But Einstein also got into such a thing. He is one thing that I would say.
He was also human.
He is also.
So, just wanted to refer to his question.
He just wants to say
sure.
something. Yeah. On it, sir.
ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಟೀಚ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳು ಕೇಳೋದು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಮೆಷರ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ ಟೀಚರ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಇದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಳತೆ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಹೌ ಟು ಮೆಜರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿ, ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ಲಿ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಒನ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್. ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಏನಂತೆ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಡೈಪೋಲ್ ಮೊಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಹೌ ಡು ಯು ಮೆಜರ್ ದಿಸ್, ಅದೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರೇನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಉತ್ತರ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್, ಹೌ ಆಕ್ಯುರೇಟ್ಲಿ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮೆಜರ್ ಇಟ್. These are all simple questions anybody can ask. The questions ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳಿ, how, why, what, explain. Well, how can you make it more accurate? Can the measurement be measurement be made easily with less expenditure, less time. Question physics deals with measurements. You can ask any number of questions regarding physical variable and the explanation of theory. So either teachers should have how to teach, how to ask questions. You have got any
Yes.
to think on how to think,
Okay.
how to ask questions.
Sir is telling us how to ask questions, and obviously to ask questions you have to think. So thinking and asking questions will be connected in that. Now that's one thing which I'm sure some of you can do. Now one more point. Okay, madam, you have to say something, please. Please. You have to tell now.
The thing is, Aishwarya was speaking. She said, "Let we learn equations in the class and solve them and do
Right, is it?
yeah." Like what do students think about the role of being a teacher? What I've experienced is lot of mathematics is there, like too much of mathematics and no physics. Like students who have come to physics, they have a superficial idea. Einstein's m is equal to mc square. It falls from the sky given to them. For that, he too had to lot of mathematics was needed for it. How to make the students understand the beauty of mathematics.
Come back. Okay. So now you see there's something very interesting, right? Because syllabus is there, so many things are there. I suggest that you should read some very beautiful books for the madam's answer. There are very, very nice books around the subject, not your textbook. Like for example, In Search of the Prodigious Cat, John Gribbin. Some of you must have read. It gives you some, I'm not telling that everything in that is correct or anything of that, but it gives you a new way of looking at it. So now can I ask some of the people here in the panel or in the people who are sitting in the front row, what are the recommendations of some books you suggest to the students? And they will be interested in work. Okay, very important. Some very nice books are there which will give you that insight into this mathematics. Basically, that is very important. Any suggestions? Yeah.
I am sure our students here may not have even seen or heard the Feynman lectures on physics, volume 1, 2, 3, overprinted. Wonderful. It is as if he is talking to you, teaching you. And explains physics in such a beautiful way.
Now, student ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಓದಿದ್ರೆ ತಿಳಿಲಿಲ್ಲ. Honestly, I did not. ಆ ಕಿಟಲ್ ಅದು ತಿಳಿಲಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ. ಅವ ಮಾಸ್ತರ್ ಹೇಳಿದಂತೂ ಒಟ್ಟ ತಿಳಿಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನನಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ತಿಳಿಯಾಕತ್ತು ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಬರಾಕತ್ತಂದಾಗ ಇಂಥ ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ಅದಾವ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಅರೌಂಡ್ ದಟ್. So I was asking for such books.
Feynman lectures are much simpler compared to your Kittel or let's say Schiff.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಇವು ಹುಡುಗರು ನನಗೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅಂತಾರೆ.
Berkeley physics books.
Yes.
G. Venkataraman's series of books ಇದೆ.
G. Venkataraman books. Ninna it was also referred to that. So please read those books.
George Gamow books.
They are all available from the Academy of Sciences, Bangalore. They publish that very cheap, very small, tiny books are there. Always core skills ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ. Okay, because I feel ಸಣ್ಣ books ಒಂದು ಕಥೆ ತರ ಓದಿದ್ರೆ I think you generate interest, then you can do this Berkeley series and the Feynman books, etc. This is my suggestion.
They can watch the YouTube.
Yeah, but you don't know which one to watch because all horrible things are there. So you have to, somebody has to give a direction which YouTube lectures are genuine because there are so many. Any suggestions for books?
George Gamow ಒಂದು series ಇದೆ where he has character of a quantum particle or a relativistic particle and how the world will appear to that small entity. So those are also very interesting books which give an intuitive experience of the mathematics, the underlying mathematics. So that is one series of books that I would certainly recommend.
John Gribbin, Gamow. Okay, these are some books you can read. Okay.
So I remember that George Gamow's skits were played by some of our students long back. So this kind of skits, if you plan to do, you will learn more.
That's a wonderful idea. Wonderful idea.
That is, ನೀವು ಹಾಗೆ ಕಲೀರಿ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ ನಿಮ್ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಉಳಿಯುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ತರ ನೀವು ಸ್ಕಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದೋ ಸೈನ್ಸ್, that is we talk more about lot of gossips, but if we spend some time about science also by practice. So science is done at its best when it is a natural way of our life. So
Very nice.
Same thing along what Professor Vijayadhara said. There is a book, Fundamentals and Frontiers by George Gamow and Clevelander. Very nice book. And another book by George Gamow, Mr. Tompkins and Wonderland. If you want to understand theory of relativity in a very funny way with cartoons, read George Gamow's Mr. Tompkins and Wonderland. And Berkeley Physics course series, which Professor mentioned. We have all these copies in the library. Berkeley Physics course full aspects is
Main library.
edited by Edward Purcell.
Main library.
Main library, yes, yes.
They were meant for undergraduates, American undergraduates.
Yes,
So
yes.
it will be good for PG students.
Right, sir.
Yes,
There,
sir.
I remember, sir, Edward Purcell said in the foreword, they have made excellent text. He said, unless student goes to the laboratory, takes the wire, passes the current, measures the voltage, you don't serve the
And
purpose.
gets the shock.
Yes, sir.
Very
One
nice.
more thing is resonance.
The
Indian Academy
There's
of
a journal.
I
called as
request
Resonance.
you to pick some articles. It's free. You can get it from web also.
Download.
Indian Academy of Sciences.
Sciences.
Resonance
Resonance.
has a lot of historical articles, short ones, which will be very nice. I used one of them, Professor Mukunda Chaturvedi and Simon. So such articles will be.
I mean, one thing I would like to say is that have faith in your interest and your curiosity. Have faith in your interest and your curiosity. That's what I would say. Pick up a book. Don't try to read it from page to page. Don't try to reproduce calculation everywhere you see. No. Just have faith in your curiosity. The new generation will learn from new sources. People see Veritasium much more than they go to Simon. And it's justified. Many resources on online and go to what interests you and attracts you.
Sir, I have two questions, one for Rajesh sir and one for Shobhsa sir. For Rajesh sir, now the quantum qubits have been developed by various companies and they are using electron spin as for developing qubits, and even the phonons has been used as for qubits, and even the nucleus has been, they are using different approaches. I would like to know from theoretical point of view as well as from the experimental point of view, out of these various techniques, which is the more in terms of efficiency for the quantum computing. And for Shobhsa sir, the question, we heard that IIT is hosting 25 qubits,
Not right.
Triple IT, I mean, sorry. Triple IT is hosting 25 qubits computer in IIT. So we humbly request you to please take us there, and so that we can also have an, first we teachers can visit there, and then we can bring our students to have a look at the quantum computer. Please.
First, ನಾನು ನೋಡಿ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು So, and along with books, like I think Jali also mentioned, there are some excellent videos. Yeah, like you said, Versatim is one thing. So like that, there are some excellent videos. So I request the teachers to identify these outside the syllabus, books and videos, and please share it with your students so that they generate their self-interest in studying this. Then your classroom makes meaning for them. Otherwise, as you said, it's only equations, you remember that, you write something and you get away on that. So we have to bring it up. And another important thing is to appreciate mathematics is very, very important, which I was very bad in mathematics all my life, okay? Because I didn't see the beauty in mathematics. The math teacher ಇರ್ತಿದ್ರು ಕಾಲೇಜ್ದಾಗ, ಇದು ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಇದು ಬಹಳ ಕಷ್ಟದ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್, ಇದು ಬೇರೆ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತಂಗಲ್ಲ, ಕಷ್ಟಪಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತು ವಿಚಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ, ಇವಂಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ತ್ರಾಸ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ನನಗೆ. Demystification of mathematics is very important by teachers, because there are patterns in it, there are beautiful, see, everything is a pattern in mathematics. So how do you do that? Okay, other than mathematics, teachers, if they spend a little bit of time understanding this and conveying it to the students, many more students will enjoy mathematics and see that physics inside the mathematics. I think this is very important, which I took a very long time to get that feeling. Yeah. Raja.
Answering your question. So it's a very difficult question. Okay, going by the adoption of superconducting qubit technology by Google and Intel, IBM, sorry. So these are two giants in quantum computing, and they have adopted this technology. So going by that, I would say superconducting qubit may be the way to go, but as you said, they are highly inefficient. You need extreme cooling, you need extreme isolation from vibrations. an extremely costly affair, but it looks like people have been, I mean, Google has been able to make this Willow chip, and IBM also is coming up with quantum chips now, and they are able to scale up that technology to a few thousand qubits. Okay. On the other hand, there are these photonic qubits, which do not require cooling and should be able to work even at much higher temperatures. But the problem is that controlling these photonic qubits is very, very hard, right? So there are pros and cons of every technology. Then there are neutral atom qubits also, which people have built thousands of neutral atom qubits. But again, getting an all-to-all entanglement has been a big challenge. So currently, I would say just going by the the investment by the largest companies, superconducting qubits may arise as the dominant technology in the future. That is my view, but I don't know for sure.
Wonderful. So I think it's time for me to wind it up. There are very important questions and important suggestions which were made. Last, my suggestion to the teachers of different institutions who are here is to spend some time, give simple topics, show them a video, okay, give them a video and a topic and ask them to prepare seminars. And you have some regular seminars related to quantum. If you have some 10, 20 seminars, okay, I think it's become very nice. And this, no. In subject of class, you are victims, sir. But once you enjoy that with that video, with the story of the video, which doesn't have mathematics, which tells you about the phenomena, you will start enjoying. You will really, really enjoy it. It will take a few efforts, okay, few days of efforts. But once you start enjoying, Kannada English doesn't matter. But adhan tilkori, and the beauty of the subject, and tilkondag niಮಗೆ examination prepare ಮಾಡೋದು ಬಹಳ easy.
Even NPTEL lectures.
Yeah, I can't bore you. ನನಗೆ ಕತೆ ಹೇಳೋರಂಗೆ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಸ್ಟೋರಿ, ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸೈಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದಾಗ ಹುಡುಗರಿಗೆ they get involved into that ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತದೆ ನನಗೆ. Okay, I think we'll stop here. Of course, a lot of discussions, but hopefully Dharwadaga, okay, with the IIIT also getting involved, etc. Regular. Let's all sit together and create some discussion on this, so that our appreciation for this field will grow much better. There are many good people, and there are many good people who are ready to come and help us understand it. So we'll have some frequent meetings, etc., so that this understanding will become better. Thank you all very much for participating actively.
Thank you to the moderator and panelists. Now we will move into the valedictory ceremony.
Good evening, everyone. I request Professor M.S. Shogat, Professor Srimati Jayashree Jaitanandawar, Professor B.G. Munimani sir, the convener R.F. Bajantri sir, the co-convener Dr. A.S. Bernard, the organizing secretary Dr. Srimati Suganya Patil to kindly have your seats on the dais. Good evening everyone, I am Amreen. I am Sushma, postgraduate student, Department of Physics, Karnatak University Dharwad. On behalf of the advisory and organizing committee, we extend a warm welcome to the dignitaries and all the delegates present here of the two-day national conference, the 100 Years of Quantum Physics, Development and Multidisciplinary Application in Novel Materials. On this occasion, we have amongst us the Chief Guest Professor M.S. Jogar, President of IIPT and Vice President of the Karnataka Physics Association, Bengaluru, Professor B.G. Mulimani, former Vice Chancellor, Gulbarga University and BLD University, and the President of the Organizing Committee, Professor Srimati Jayashree Jethananavar, the Convener, Professor R.F. Bajantri, the Co-Convener, Dr. A.S. Pennard, the Organizing Secretary, Dr. Srimati Sukanya Patil. This conference has been organized under the PM Usha Soft Component Activity in collaboration with Karnataka State Higher Education Council under the sponsorship of Dr. M.R. Gorpal Foundation, the Karnataka University Physics Alumni Association and Student Chapter, Karnataka University Dharwad. To begin the valedictory ceremony, may I invite Kavya and Anusha for the prayer song.
ಶರಣು ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು ವಿನಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು ವಿನಾಯಕ ವಿನಾಯಕ ವಿದ್ಯಾದಾಯಕ ದೇವ ವಿನಾಯಕ ವಿದ್ಯಾದಾಯಕ ದೇವ ಶರಣು ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು ವಿನಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು ಪಾಶಾಂಕುಶಧರ ಮೂಷಿಕವಾಹನ ಸರ್ಪಾಲಂಕೃತನೇ ಗಜಾನನ ಪಾಶಾಂಕುಶಧರ ಮೂಷಿಕವಾಹನ ಸರ್ಪಾಲಂಕೃತನೇ ಗಜಾನನ ಆದಿಪೂಜಿತ ನೀನು ವೇದವಂದಿತ ನೀನು ಆದಿಪೂಜಿತ ನೀನು ವೇದವಂದಿತ ನೀನು ಮೋದಕ ಪ್ರಿಯ ನೀನು ಗಜಾನನ ಶರಣು ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು ವಿನಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು.
Thank you. To provide us with a concise overview of the journey we have shared over the past 2 days, may I now request Professor R.F. Bajantri to present the proceeding of the conference.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. We are at the end of the 2 days national conference NCQP 2026. Respected dignitaries on the dais and of the dais, it gives immense pleasure to welcome all of you to this valedictory function. First of all, I would like to welcome our chief guest, Professor Jogar, President of IAPT RC12, Karnataka, and Vice President of Karnataka. Welcome Professor B.G. Mulimini sir for this valedictory function. I also welcome Professor J.C. Tonanavar Madam, Chairperson of the Department of Physics and President of this function. Welcome. And I also welcome the co-convener, Dr. A.S. Bennard, and Dr. Sukanya Patil, Organizing Secretary to this valedictory function. I also welcome all the teachers, former faculty of the Department of Physics, teaching assistants, research scholars, MSc students of the Department of Physics and other departments. I welcome all the delegates who have presented their papers yesterday, and all the participants, faculty from other colleges, KCD, PC Javin College, government colleges, JSS College, and other all the colleges, and I welcome all the invitees to this function. I'll take 2 minutes to express my opinion about the planning and conduct of this conference. It was, as I remember, in November 2023, PM Usha, Government of India announced the PM Usha project proposal. ಅವಾಗ ಹೊಸ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಟು ಆರ್ಗನೈಸ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಕಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಸೆಮಿನಾರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಮ್ ಫಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಆನ್ ದಟ್ ಒಕೇಶನ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ nominated me as a coordinator, and I proposed the proposal in the department council to apply for the proposal to conduct on any program. ಅವಾಗ 2023 ನವೆಂಬರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನು ಯುನೆಸ್ಕೋ has not announced the 100 years of quantum physics. ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಜೆ ಟೋನನವರ್ ಸರ್ ಅವ್ರು ಆಗಲೇ ಪ್ರಪೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ 2 years ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅದು ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಮುಂದಾಲೋಚನೆ, ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಜೆ ಆರ್ ಟೋನನ್ ಅವರದ್ದು ಮುಂದಾಲೋಚನೆ 100 years of quantum physics, quantum mechanics ಅದನ್ನ ಸೆಲೆಬ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಅವಾಗನೇ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಪೋಸಲ್ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ PM ಉಷಾ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಸ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲೈಸ್ಡ್, ಅಂಡ್ ಐ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಜೆ ಆರ್ ಟೋನನ್ ಅವರ್ ಸರ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ event. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ಆನಂತರ ಈ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ಲಾನಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಕಮಿಟೀಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಕಮಿಟಿ, ಆರ್ಗನೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಕಮಿಟಿ, ಅಡ್ವೈಸರಿ ಕಮಿಟಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಮಿಟಿಗೂ ವರ್ಕ್ ಅಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ, ಅಡ್ಜಂಕ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ಸ್ ಬಿ.ಜಿ. ಕುಬ್ಕಡ್ಡಿ ಸರ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಸಂಕೇಶ್ವರ್ ಸರ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಕಾರ್ದರ್ಮಠ್ ಸರ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸರ್ ಬಿ.ಜಿ. ಮುಲಿಮಿನ್ ಸರ್ ಅಂತೂ ಆಗಾಗ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ, ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಸಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಟೋನನ್ ಅವ್ರ ಸರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ, ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅವರು ಮತ್ತೆ ಟೋನನ್ ಅವ್ರ ಸರ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ನನಗೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅದರ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಸ್ ನ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ, ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನ ಚಾಕ್ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಪೇಪರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ವೈಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ಡ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 50 papers ಫಾರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವಿಚ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ 12 papers ಫಾರ್ ಓರಲ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಟಫ್ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಸೊ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಪೇಪರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್. ಪೋಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ನಿನ್ನೆ ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೋದು ನೀವು. ಸೊ ಒಂದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಒಂದು ಪೋಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಂಟಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಇದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ಸಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಆ ತರ ಪೋಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟಫ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ತರ ಈ 2 days ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಹರ್ಡ್ ಸೋ ಮೆನಿ ಡೆಲಿಬ್ರೇಷನ್ಸ್, ಇಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ವಿತ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಸ್, ಇಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಯು ಗಾಟ್ very much enriched knowledge in this 2 days conference. ಅದಲ್ಲದೆ ಈ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹಣಕಾಸಿನ ತೊಂದರೆ, ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ PM ಉಷಾ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಬಟ್ ಅದು ಉದ್ರಿ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಅದು ಏನು ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಹಂಗಿದೆ. ಮೊದಲು ನಾವು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆ ನಂತರ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕ್ಲೇಮ್ ದ ಬಿಲ್ಸ್. ಆ ತರ ಇದ್ದಾಗ, ಹಣಕಾಸಿನ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಮುಲಿಮಿನಿ ಸರ್ ಗೋ ಹೆಡ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಒಂದು 20,000 ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ಆ ನಂತರ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಪಿ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್, ಸ್ಪಿ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಇನಾಮದಾರ್ ಸರ್ ನಾವ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ ತಗೊಳ್ರಿ ಅಂತ 20,000 ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ಕುಕ್ಕಟ್ಟಿ ಸರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ಈ ತರ ಸುಮಾರು ನಮಗೆ ಹಣಕಾಸಿನ ನೆರವು ಸಿಕ್ತು. ಗೋ ಹೆಡ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಸರ್ ನಮಗೆ ಧೈರ್ಯ ತುಂಬಿದ್ರು, ಮೂಲಿಮಿನಿ ಸರ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕುಕ್ಕಟ್ಟಿ ಸರ್, ಸಂಕೇಶ್ವರ ಸರ್, ಕಾಡದವ್ರ ಸರ್ ದಿನ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ರು ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ದಿನ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಇವತ್ತೇನಾಯ್ತು ಪೇಪರ್ ರಿವ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನೇನು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ನಮಗೆ ಸಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಕರೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಆನಂತರ ಇದಲ್ಲದೆ ನಮಗೆ ಇನ್ವಿಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬ್ರೋಷರ್ಸ್ ಇದು ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿತ್ತು. ಅವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಸ್ಕಾಲರ್ಸ್, ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, MSc ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಸ್ಕಾಲರ್ಸ್, ಟೀಚಿಂಗ್ ಅಸಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಲ್ಲದೆ ಈ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್, ಆ ತರ ಇತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ವರ್ಕ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ನನಗೆ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಹೀಗೆ ಅವು ಒಂದೊಂದೇ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬಂತು. ಅದಲ್ಲದೆ ನಮಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ವೇದಮೂರ್ತಿ ಅವರು ಪ್ರಿಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್. ನಮಗೆ ಇನ್ವಿಟೇಷನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬ್ರೋಷರ್ಸ್ ಅವರು ಬಹಳ ಜನರಸ್ ಅವರು, ನಮಗೆ ಫ್ರೀ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಅಬ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಫ್ರೀ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಟ್ರು. ಅವರಿಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಏನಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅಬ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಇಷ್ಟು ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಒಂದು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಹಳ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಅವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ದೊಡ್ಡಮನೆ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಗೀತಾ ಚವನ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಅವರಾಗ್ಲಿ, ಸೊ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟರು, ಡೇ ನೈಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ನಿನ್ನೆ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಬ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ನೀವು ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಆಯ್ತು. ಸೊ ಹೀಗೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರು ಟೀಮ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಲ್ ದ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ಸ್ ಗೋಸ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಸ್ಕಾಲರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟೀಚಿಂಗ್ ಅಸಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದಿ ಸಪೋರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ. ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಗೋರ್ಬಾ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್, ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ MR ಗೋರ್ಬಾ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್. ಅವರು ಒಂದ್ಸಾರಿ ನಮಗೆ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ರು ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ. ಅವಾಗ ನಾನು ಸರ್ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅವ್ರು ನನಗೆ ನೀವೇ ಮಾತಾಡ್ರಿ ನಾನು DS ಪಾಟೀಲ್ ಅವರು ಅಳಿಯ ಬಂದಿದ್ರು. ಸರ್ ಹಿಂಗಿದೆ, ನಾವು ಒಂದು 2 days ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ನಮಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಇಂದ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತಾ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದೆ. ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದ್ರು, ಏನೇನ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರಿ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ರೀ, ನಾನು ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಟ್ರಸ್ಟಿಯರ್ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ನಾನು ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಒಂದು ವಾರ ನಾನು ಇದು ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಿಟ್ ನಾನು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅಶ್ಯೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. 250 ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಿಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕಿಟ್ ಬಂದಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಗೋರ್ಬಾ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಈ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸಿಗೆ ಈಗ ತಾನೇ ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಈ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಗಿನೆಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ ಅವರು 1 ಲಕ್ಷ ನಮಗೆ ಡೊನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಈ 2 ದಿವಸ ಬಹಳ ಕಲ್ತಿರ್ಬೋದು. I hope the students have learned a lot from all the resource persons and teachers. So, ಇಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳಿ ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ 2 ದಿವಸದ ಈ 2 ದಿನಗಳ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾರಣರಾಗಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಎಲ್ಲ ದಿ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ಸ್ ಗೋಸ್ ಟು ದಿ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಕಮಿಟೀಸ್, ಆರ್ಗನೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಕಮಿಟಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಡ್ವೈಸರಿ ಕಮಿಟಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಕಮಿಟೀಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಅನಂತ.
As we welcome the esteemed guest to the valedictory ceremony. I request Dr. Sukanya Patil to introduce the chief guest, Professor M.S. Jogar, to the gathering.
Good evening, one and all. It's my great honor to warmly welcome and introduce Professor Dr. Mahantappa S. Jogar, President of Indian Association of Physics Teachers, Karnataka, and Vice President of KPA, Bengaluru, a chief guest for the valedictory function of this two-day national conference. Dr. Jogar is an eminent physicist with over 35 years of teaching and research experience in India and abroad. He has completed his MSc from Karnatak University, MPhil and PhD from Gulbarga University with specialization in material science and glass ceramics. He has successfully led several major research projects funded by DAE, DST and UGC, including a bar patented project, and has made significant contributions in glass ceramics and thin film solar cell research. He has published over 50 research papers contributing a chapter to a CRC Press book, delivered invited talks at premier institutions including BAR and CMET, and served in various academic leadership roles. A recipient of the Sir C.V. Raman Karnataka State Award and the Fulbright Award USA, Dr. Jogar is also deeply committed to physics education and science outreach. We are honored to have such a distinguished academician with us today, and I extend a warm welcome to you, sir. Thank you. Respect, I call upon Dr. U.S. Riker to present a bouquet to Professor Jogar.
Thank you, ma'am. It is indeed a privilege to have such distinguished dignitary, Professor M.S. Jogar. I request Professor R.F. Bajantri to kindly felicitate the dignitary on the dais. I request Professor R.F. Bajantri to kindly felicitate Professor B.G. Muliman. Also, this 2 days national conference would not have been successful without the support and of all the eminent professors who had served in this esteemed department. We thank them for the time and expertise that they have shared during the preparational phase of the conference. Now I request Professor B.G. Mulimani to felicitate the former professors.
I request Professor B.G. Mulimani to felicitate Professor S.S. Tukkadi, sir.
ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಸೀನರಾದಂಥ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ರತ್ನ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಗುರುಗಳಾದಂಥ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಿ ಸಿ ಮೂಲಿಮನಿಯವರೇ, ಚೇರ್ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಆದಂಥ ಮಾತೋಶ್ರೀ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಜಯಶ್ರೀ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅವರೇ, and Professor Bajantri, and my registrar during my stay at Women's University, Professor Naik, and our Karnatak Phys Association President, Professor Kagli sir, and our classmate KUD ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು and Professor Shiv-Prasad and my friend with Maharashtra link work, Professor Anekar and Professor Jali and Professor Inamdar helped me a lot during my stay at Mahila University. He come for all the examination. I have to remember it all. And all faculty and my dear students. And all the 2 days, I think many things is filled, no? Already filled energy level, unfilled energy level. Now being from the Sharanara Nadu and Sufi Sant and Tattvapada Nadu, ಒಂದು ಮಾತು ನೆನಪು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಮಾತು ಕಲಿಯಬೇಕು, ಮಾತಿನ ಮರ್ಮ ತಿಳಿಯಬೇಕು, ಮಾತು ಬಲ್ಲ ಮಹಾಜ್ಞಾನಿಯ ಕೂಡ ಕೋತಿ ಹೆಂಗ ಬೆನ್ನು ಹತ್ತಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಮಾತು ಬಲ್ಲ ಮಹಾಜ್ಞಾನಿ ಅದರ? ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಟೊಂಡನ್ನವರು, ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಉಷಾ ಮೇಡಮ್, and our Vidyadiraj, a great scientist from Professor Vidyadiraj. But recently we are contacting and he is suggesting, he is giving many PPT for my presentation. And Professor Shiv-Prasad, again ನನಗೆ ಸಂಶಯ ಬರ್ಲಾಗತ್ತ, ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಶಿವಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಮಾತಾಡಕತ್ತಾರೆ, ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿ ಆಗಲಾಗತ್ತ, ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿ ಆರಿ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲ ಗೆಳೆಯರ ಬಳಗ ಸೈಕಾಲಜಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ಲಕತ್ತಾರೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನೇನೋ ಮಾತಾಡಕತ್ತಾರ. ಇನ್ನೂ ಭಾಳ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ಯದ ಅವ್ರು ಈ ಭಾಗದಾಗ. ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾ ಯಾಕೆ ಈಗ ಹೇಳಿದ ಕೋತಿ ಹೆಂಗಂದ್ರೆ, ಕೋತಿ ಅಂತ ತಪ್ಪು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಡ್ರಿ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತನ ನೀವು ಟೀಚರಿಂದ ಬೆನ್ನು ಹತ್ತುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತನ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟಿಂದ ಬೆನ್ನು ಹತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಕಲಿಯೋಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಲಕ್ಕಿ ಟುಡೇ, ಐ ಆಮ್ ವೆರಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. Professor Saudatti, I know him and my distant relative also, but he has not helped anything for me. That is a different story. And whenever I meet, because luckily at young age I have become everything. I am Raman awardee, Fulbright awardee. At young age I got elected for academic council, senate, everything. And also I worked with Professor C.N.R. as chairman. I am member for selecting the scientists, engineers. 6 years I worked with him, whatever that is. Whenever I will meet, he used to say, hey, come to Karnatak University, Barpa, one lecture kodakate anta. One cup chat kudiಸಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಿದ್ರು. But today I am very happy. Professor Mulimani, Matrude Madam, he called me as a guest, but I am one among them. That is a different story. I am very thankful to the Madam Chairperson and also Professor Bajantri and other members who put me as a guest today. Anyhow, I saw the all the talks, 50% of the talk I am here. And I am, at young age, I worked as a General Secretary of Indian Association of Teachers way back in 97. Our members are Professor Murli Manohar Joshi, Professor Rajnath Singh, Professor V.P. Singh. Because of that post, I used to meet these people frequently. And I brought the engineering college during those days without spending single pipe to our institution association. That is different story. Now IAPT, Indian Association of Physics Teachers, it is for college teachers and students basically, and many university teachers also there. We'll publish journal monthly. I think recently one published from Karnatak University Dharwad, Professor Shankeshwar and Mulimani. Lot of appreciation from North India. Because my president Alwalia, he also worked on 2D, but the way in which they wrote the article, very simple, even appealing, even college students can read. Now that article is, now they are circulating among the students also. I am very happy. Give a big hand to Professor Shankeshwar and Mulimani sir. What article physical review barbodu, nature journal publish ಓದೋರ್ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. Because we are more than 10,000 members and it is circulating among all the institutions, and not much membership fees is only 1,000. Every teachers, and it is, we request students also the article. Some 2-page article is for that students, and whatever that workshop, I request Prajantri and Madam Chairperson, whatever that is there, you put it in a 1 page that is published in the journal. Anyway, Shankeshwar sir, now, you know the everything. And I request students also, we have the student members and teachers member. And ದೊಡ್ಡ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಅವ್ರು ರಿಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಪೆನಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಿರ್ತೇವೆ, ರಿಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಚೇಂಜ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು. ಯಾಕೆ ಕೆಲವು ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಯುವರ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಜೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್, ಅವನಿಗೆ 6 ದಿವಸ ನಿದ್ದಿನೂ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಬರೆದಿದ್ದು ಮರೆತು ಹೋಗ್ತದ, ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ಅವ್ರು ಅಂದಂಗೆ ಏನೇನೋ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೇವೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ದವ್ರು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರೈಟ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್. ನಾನು ಶುರು ಹಂಗೆ ಐತಿದ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಬರೆಯೋದಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ, ನಮಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಗೈಡ್ ಕೃಷ್ಣಮೂರ್ತಿ ಅವರು ಥೆರಟಿಷಿಯನ್, ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಯ್ತು, ಅದು ಮುಲಿಮನ್ ಸರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಅವರು ಏನೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಷ್ಟು ಏನೋ +or-0.5 ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಡೀತಾವ್ರಿ, ಹಿಂಗಾದ್ರೆ ಹಿಂಗಂತ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯ ಐತಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ಮೈ ಸ್ಟೇ ಅಟ್ USA, I wrote an article of 21 pages. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ ಸರ್, ನೀವು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ನನ್ನ ಗೈಡ್. ನೋ ನೋ ನೋ, ಐ ನಾಟ್ ಸೀನ್ ಯುವರ್ ದಿಸ್, ಡೋಂಟ್ ಪುಟ್ ಮೈ ನೇಮ್ ಅಂದರು. ಪಾಪ ತಿಂಗಳು ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಅಲ್ಲಿದ್ದು 2 ತಿಂಗಳು ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ದೆನ್ ಐ ಸೆಂಟ್ ಟು ದಿ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್, ಹೋಯ್ತು, ಕರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ದಟ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಇನ್ ಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಲೆಟರ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರೇ ಇವರಂತ ಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ಅವ್ರ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಬೈದರು, ಧೈರ್ಯ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು, ರೈಟ್ ದಿ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್. ಭಾಳ ಜನ ಒಂದು PhD ಆದಾಗೆ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಲಿ ಸರ್, ಯು ಸಿ ಪ್ರತಿ ವಾರ 1 ದಿವಸ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಒದ್ದಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು. ಎವ್ರಿ ವೀಕ್ ಆನ್ ಸಂಡೇ ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ 1 year ದೇ ಆರ್ ಅರೇಂಜಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಟಾಕ್. ನೀವು ಯಾರು ಬರ್ತೀರೋ ಇಲ್ಲೋ ಫಾರ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್, ಈಗ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮಾತಾಡೋ ಶಿವಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಒಂದೇ ಹೊಡೆದ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಹೇಳ್ಯಾರ ನೀವು ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡೋದನ್ನು ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಅಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಭಾಳ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅಂಕ ತಿದ್ಕೋಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ನಾವೇ. ಮೊನ್ನೊಬ್ಬ ನಮ್ಮ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ, ಸತೀಶ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಹುಡುಗನ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಪ್ರಿಷಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಶಿವಪ್ರಸಾದ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ವೆರಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಸಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಇರ್ತಾರ, ವೇದಿಕೆ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ, ಮಾತಾಡೋಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ VC ಅಲೋ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾರ್ ಅಲೋ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಅಲೋ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. our Karnatak Physics Association and IAPT, we have all the possibilities. Just can I take another 5 minutes? Now, yes, sir, since last 7 months, we are organizing a program in different colleges and university, high schools. 41 programs on quantum science and technology we are having. ಭಾಳ ಜನ ಗುಲ್ಬರ್ಗ ಮಂದಿ ನೀವು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ವರ್ಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಬೈತಿರ್ತೀರಿ ನಮಗೆ. Now you go to the any high school, you ask a question to the high school students, what is photon, who Planck, who Einstein, ಎಲ್ಲ ಹುಡುಗರು ಬಾಯಾಗ ಹೆಸರು ಬರಪ್ಲೆ ಮಾಡಿದರು. Look at one of the program, Professor Kagle, he came to Raichur all the way and also delivered a different talks. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಶಿವಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ಅಂತೂ ಗೆಳೆಯ, ಅವ್ನು ಬೈದ್ರೂ ಬಾ ಅಂತೇವೆ ಬ್ಯಾಡ ಅಂತೇವೆ. ದೆನ್ ಐ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ವಿದ್ಯಾಧರ್. ಸರ್, ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಡೆಲಿವರ್ ಎ ಟಾಕ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಏರಿಯಾ? ವಿತಿನ್ ಎ ಮಿನಿಟ್ ನಾ ಇನ್ನೂ ಶಿವಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ನನ್ನ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರಿಗೆ ಎಸ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಡೂ ಅಂತಂದ್ರು. ಅದು ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಯಾರ್ದು? ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಮೂಲಿಮನಿ ಸ್ಪೆಂಟ್ ಮೋರ್ ದೆನ್ 20 lakhs to that Karnatak College, Bidar. I arranged that talk. And Professor Vadidaji gave talk. ಮೂಲಿಮನಿಯವರಿಗೆ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಬರಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. He appreciated. ಹೌದು, ಸೊ ಅಂತ. This is how I have to bring people. But I am lucky ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ. ಅದರ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಇರ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, I am from a rural background, agriculture background in the But for me, they helped a lot from Professor Sani, even including the DA chairman Banerjee and all these people. Even I spent time with R. Chidambaram also, that is different in BRC. Anyhow, and yesterday, I think Professor Ravina, I think he might have not delivered the talk. And actually I saw in the invitation regarding some tunneling and all these things. Everybody knows that work of Michael Devote, John Martin and John Clark. They got the Nobel Prize. Trio, they got the Nobel Prize for 2 things. Already they mentioned how they put. Already we believed that whole quantum science and technology only for micro, MI, subatomic particles. But with their effort of 40 years continuous, they shown even for macro that is happened. They shown that in the electrical circuit. You see how the combination, the PhD student, postdoc and professor. You see here, professor given credit to the PhD student, that is the greatness. And one postdoc from France, they got the Nobel Prize. And see the citation. ಭಾಳ ಜನ H index 100 ಇರಬೇಕು, citation ಅಷ್ಟು ಇರಬೇಕು. Just to see that person, even not published more than 30 papers, continuous, and they shown that is shown in a electrical circuit, macroscopic. Ultimately we believed microscopic. Another thing they shown quantization, like that ladder. You take the atom, artificial atom, and how the energy happens there. Now one more thing, being a teacher, and I spent a lot of time in USA, not only for research, for physics teaching what you have to do. That is the computer interfacing experiment. The way back in 90, myself and Pratibha Jwali, we have started in South. I started there doing the computer interfacing experiment, data acquisition and all these things. And many experiments we have done. We have published many papers. Those papers, though that is the experimental thing, that is published in the American Journal of Physics, UK Physics Education and all these things. Now, being a physics teachers, ಭಾಳ ಜನ ನಾವು ಭಾಳ ಹೈ ಲೆವೆಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಚಲೋ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ನಮಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟೇ. ಈ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಶಿವಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ಅವರು ಏನಪ್ಪ ಒಂದು ಲೆಕ್ಚರ್ ಕೊಡೋದದ, ಒಂದು ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಕಳಿಸಿ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ, ಮಗನ ಪುಕ್ಕಟ್ಟ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಇದು ಬೈಯೋದು ಮತ್ತು ತಗೋದು ಅಂತ. ಅವು ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಾವು ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತು, ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಹಾಗೇನಿಲ್ಲ, ನಿನ್ನ ಸಂಗಟ PhD ಮಾಡಿದ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಉಚ್ಚಾರಣವ್ರು ಅವರು ನಿನ್ನ ಸಂಗಟ PhD ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಾವು ಗ್ರೋ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ ಥಿನ್ ಫಿಲ್ಮ್, ನಮಗೆ ಚಲೋ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ ನಾವು. ದೆನ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ದ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೀ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಕೃಷ್ಣಮೂರ್ತಿ ಇಂಬೈಬ್ಡ್ ಮೀ. ನೀ ಏನೇ PhD ಮಾಡಿರಿ, ಏನು ನಮ್ಮ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟಿಗೆ ಏನೂ ವರ್ಕ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಏನೋ ಜಾಲಿಯವ್ರನ್ನೂ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. ಗುಲ್ಬರ್ಗ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿಯಾಗ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಲ್ಯಾಬೊರೇಟ್ರಿ ಏನೂ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ರೇ ಥೆರಟಿಕಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಬೊರೇಟ್ರಿ ಸೆಟಪ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಈಗ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕುಣಿತಾರೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ. ದೆನ್ ಈ ಸೇಡ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ ದಿಸ್ ಲೋ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್. ದೆನ್ ಒನ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್. That is, I presented a internationally conference on physics education just recently on 16 to 20 at IIT Roopar. Even Professor Verma was there, myself, they attended. That book I published in 1998, low cost experiment, different. Now you are calculating energy gap, you are doing that solid state physics, making a calculating D by using the X-ray diffraction figure, and even by using the spectrometer, charge at an electron, how to calculate the charge just by seeing the spectrum and all these things. And we have done lot of, I published more than 25 experiments, low cost. One simple experiment I will show, because my friend Prasad already mentioned nano, between atomic and big and all these things. Now, question is, we cannot purchase scanning electron microscope. What JNC is having? Only we can read and we can do calculation. Just you see, you take a, ನಮ್ಮ ನೀವು ಕರೆದಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಪವರ್ ಸಂಗಟ್ ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ ಗ್ರೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು, just you take a figure of that and just make a one line, you will get a length, and see that how many dots are there. That is the grain size. If it is 9, length is about 8, and we know the number of grains, we know the length, the diameter of the grain. ಭಾಳ ಜನ ಅನ್ಬೋದು, ಏನು ನಿಂಬಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾನಿಂಗ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವೋ ಜೋಗದಂತ. Diameter of the grain equal to, that is what, length divided by 2n m. M is the magnification. Whether it is a 45,000, whether it is a 1 lakh, that depends on what type of microscope, scanning electron microscope. And Vidyadharya, when I come to there, just I took a photograph of your model scanning electron microscope. I presented at IIT Roopar. Even Professor Verma Padmasri, he came, yes, Jogadi, give me that, we will do the experiment. Just you also try. You will get the answer. Error is not much. When you are measuring 100 nanometer, nothing happens, 100.1, 100.2. That accuracy you will get it. Like this, you can do many things. And whatever that already, calculating the density from X-ray gram. Same thing you can do with the porosity. Somebody has shown that porosity calculation. Many things, even energy also. People here, nuclear physics people are there, and HR diagram, how the temperature variations are there. Just you can do, earlier we used to talk assignment, but instead of that you can use the word, Professor Mulimani sir and my professor used to do the assignment. Instead of that you can say low cost experiment. It is a new point. Now like that, you have done many things. And another thing is, and from the IFBT side, and KSCST, Karnataka Science and Council for Science and Technology, because I am the advisor for Kalyan Karnataka region, I requested Professor Raichur secretary. We are conducting one online examination on quantum science and technology. People just in the panel discussion, they are talking about the syllabus and all these things. Luckily, they invited me for CDAC. for syllabus because one of my classmate, Professor Lile, is there. His student, Nandita Banerjee, she got 3 course project. Then during my stay at Pune, they called me and something you contribute for the syllabus. They have already prepared the syllabus, high school syllabus, even for engineering, even for PG also, even for MTech, even for BE. Lot of people from different part of the country they have participated. Mostly AICT they will publish there. Accordingly, we will conduct the examination as per the syllabus. I already requested Professor Sudha, she is also member of quantum science from KST. Usha Madam chairman is there, therefore I am not include her. And Professor Kagale is there, and Srinath is there. From North India, 2-3 people including the Alwali and all these things. We have to set the question paper. And first I will try with the Kalyana Karnataka, and the prize already quoted, Karnataka KSCST, they given some money for the project as prize, and also certificate from the government of Karnataka. And Professor Mulimani, you don't worry, I will be there. Then I already mentioned it is diamond from Kalyana Karnataka. Therefore I coined that prize is IAPT KSCST Dr. V.G. Mulimani Foundation Prize. The cash prize is there, and the big amount of cash prize, and strictly confidential, we will conduct the examination online. One more thing, and we have forgotten, and this whole thing for 2 days, because I am one among you. IAPT means our side, not of these people. And we know only Raman, we have forgotten Professor S.N. Bose. We are using his equation, and half of the particle in the universe named after that, Bose, Boson. Therefore, we have kept 3 allocation competition. One on Professor S.N. Bose, that is also prize is there. Another on Professor J.C. Bose, he started this, so the spirit and all these things. And another one is, as usual, C.V. Raman. 3 allocation competition, 3 prize, and another is an examination. And also, I will work out with your Vice Chancellor, he is student of Gulbarga University. I will send him a letter, and then I will contact chairperson to conduct examination here also. And many things, and people very simple way. This already mentioned Vidya Viraj in his talk at Karnataka College, and also in many platforms used to say that here tunneling, it is not only for subatomic particle, the wavelength is small, it passes through. It is not like that, not only like that. Mathematically 100% proof is there. Just to do all the calculation of tunneling, mathematically it is proof. Therefore, whatever the mathematical equation of quantum mechanics, they are 100% proof, no violation. But if violation, we have not understood. That whatever that, and what Vidyadhar has mentioned, if anything, I mentioned the reverse ventricle, we become irritated because I am not expert. Many of my neutron diffraction data done by the BRC people, that is all the things. Anyhow, with this many things I wanted to, that this quantum computing demonstration, quantum effect in macroscopic system, and I already mentioned this, that is the Nobel Prize is there. And similarly, what we have to just give in brief, take away from this conference, maybe all the ಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳಾದರಲ್ಲ ಕೂತಿ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬೆನ್ನು ಹತ್ತಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡನ್ ಇನ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ 2 days, they have mentioned about the superposition. You see, the superposition, they have put all mathematical equation in a solid sphere, how things are there, how changes is there, how the mathematical, that syllabus they have kept in the BE 3rd semester. This BE, those who are teaching, they are talking more quantum mechanics than we physics teachers, working in undergraduate and PG courses, because I stayed PD Engineering College. One night my student is working there. He taught more quantum mechanics than me, because I had done all 41 programs. Even then I am unable. Another is entanglement, uncertainty, and non-competition. Already mentioned, Madam mentioned. Your particle duality, quantum tunneling is complete. We have to remember Born. I think if you want to talk, no, actually no father, I am using that father of quantum mechanics. If you say the leaders, Heisenberg, Schrödinger, Jordan, and what else? Huh? What other names? Bohr. And these people, they have done a lot of things. Now once you read the simple quantum, yes, within 1 minute I will complete. I am starting with the black body radiation, what they mentioned, and Bohr's theory, and so many things already they have done. In a gist, I can say that the classical physics is a deterministic. This quantum, what is there, it is probabilistic. Another lacuna, while teaching in undergraduate, we physics teachers, we use the word quantum mechanics and quantum physics everywhere. It is not like that. I request the teacher. Quantum physics, quantum mechanics. Quantum physics, you can do this. What photoelectric effect, and this all the Compton effect, laser, you can put the word quantum physics. And one Schrödinger equation, Heisenberg, these all things you can use the quantum mechanics. And forefathers are Planck, Einstein and Bohr. And one sentence I will put, matter in quantum mechanics, constantly making choices between alternative possibilities according to probabilities laws. This is what mentioned by Dyson. Many things are there, and anyhow, because of time constraint, yes, I will conclude. Once again, I will request that, saying that ಜ್ಞಾನದಿಂದ ಅಜ್ಞಾನದ ಕೇಡು ನೋಡ ಅಂಡ್ ಕೋತಿ ಹಂಗ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬೆನ್ನ ಹತ್ತಿರ ಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಯು ಅಕ್ವೈರ್ ದಿ ನಾಲೆಜ್, ಬಿಕಮ್ ಎ ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್, ಯು ಬಿಕಮ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮಂಥವ್ರು ಮಿಡ್ಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಮಂದಿಗೆ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂಥರ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಬಲ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅರ್ನ್, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಲೀಡ್ ಗುಡ್ ಲೈಫ್. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಯೋಗದಾಗ ರಿಲಿಜನ್ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ನನಗೆ, ಓನ್ಲಿ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ 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 ಅಂತ ಅಂತಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಶಿವಪ್ರಸಾದ್. And you work hard, you understand the science philosophy, you inculcate that values in your life, then your life will become. Once again, I am very thankful to the Matru, Madam Chairperson, and Mulimani sir, and all department members, and thank you very much for your patience. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As we have arrived to the valedictory ceremony of this two-day national conference, we, the organizing committee, would like to hear some feedback from the participants. So, can we have some feedback from Dr. Vadiraj Kanagoda?
Respected chief guests on the dais and off the dais. ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಸಮಯ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಆಗಿದೆ, ಆದರೂ ಕೆಲವೇ ನಿಮಿಷಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಬಹುಶಃ 2 ದಿನಗಳ ಈ ಸುಂದರ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಇನ್ನೇನು ಕೆಲವೇ ಕ್ಷಣಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಪನ್ನವಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಘಂಟಾಘೋಷವಾಗಿ ಈ ವೇದಿಕೆಗೆ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಚ್ಛೆ ಪಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೆಷನ್ಸ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು 7 ಸೆಷನ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಬೈ ಕಾಗ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ ಅವರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕ್ವಾಂಟಮ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಶನ್ ಬೈ ಪ್ರಭು ಸರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಂತರ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ದಿವಸ ನಮ್ಮ ಶಿವಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ಸರ್ ಅವರು ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಹವ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೇ ದಿಕ್ಕನ್ನೇ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಮಾಡಿಟ್ರು. ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಈ ವೇದಿಕೆಯ ಪರವಾಗಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಅರ್ಪಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ.
ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲರೂ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಫ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ಬಯಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಅದರ ಪ್ರಕಾರವಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಲುಮನಿ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ GU ಕುಲಕರ್ಣಿ ಸರ್ ಕೂಡ ಟ್ವಿಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಗ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಸುಂದರವಾದ ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸವನ್ನು ನೀಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕ್ವಾಂಟಮ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಉಷಾದೇವಿ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅವರು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಪೂರ್ವವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸವನ್ನು ನೀಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಜಾಲಿ ಸರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಂತರ ವಿದ್ಯಾಧಿ ರಾಜಸ್ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾದ ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸವನ್ನ ನೀಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಆದ್ರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಎಂಡ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ಈ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಒಬ್ಬ ಹೀರೋ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಿ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಇವರ ಒಂದು ಮಾನಸಿಕವಾದ ಒಂದು ಪರಿಕಲ್ಪನೆಯೇ ಈ ಒಂದು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಇವರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಕುಬಕಟ್ಟಿ ಸರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಕರ್ಗುಪಿಕರ್ ಸರ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರಾಯ್ಕರ್ ಸರ್ ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಜಗದೀಶ್ ತೋಣನವರ್ ಸರ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ನಾಯಕ್ ಸರ್, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸಂಕೇಶ್ವರ್ ಸರ್, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಕಾಳದೇವರ ಮಠ್ ಸರ್, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸಂಜೀವಿನಾಂದರ್ ಸರ್, ಇವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾಗಿ ಕಾರ್ಯವನ್ನು ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಜಯಶ್ರೀ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅವರು ಮತ್ತು ನನ್ನ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಆತ್ಮೀಯ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಭಯಂತ್ರಿ ಸರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಬೇನಾರ್ ಸರ್ ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಕಲ್ಪನೆ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣವಾಗಿದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಸಹಕಾರವಿಲ್ಲದೇ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಅರ್ಪಿಸ್ತಾ ನನ್ನ ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ.
Thank you, sir. Achievements need recognition. It is now time to honor the outstanding contribution of our participants of this national conference. To recognize and appreciate the best poster and oral presentation of the conference, now I request Dr. Vijay Kumar Pooja to announce the award for the best poster presentations.
Good evening, everyone. We now move to the best poster presentation awards. We had a commendable display of 35 posters across 5 different trust areas. Our 4 jury members had a tough task as a quality of work from every participant was truly commendable. However, 5 presentations stood out for innovation, novelty and clarity. Now, without further delay, let us announce the winners. I would like to request Chief Guest Professor M.S. Joga sir to do honors presenting the awards. The third place shared between the 2 participants. One is Dr. Mallikarjun Patil sir, and another one is Mubarak Taj from Bangalore University, Nanbati campus. Mubarak Taj from Bangalore University. Cash prize is 2,000 rupees for third place. The second place is again shared between the 2 participants. One is Mrs. Sridhar Gudihar and Kiran Garyavada from Karnatak University Dharwad. Cash prize is 3,000 rupees.
Congratulations to Kiran and Madam. And finally, the first prize for the Best Poster Award and Top Honor of NCQP 2026 goes to Miss Rachana I. Malaikar. Cash prize is 5,000 rupees. Congratulations to all our winners. I thank Professor M.S. Choga sir for presenting the awards to the winners. Thank you.
May I now invite Dr. Prajakta Kadolkar to announce the award for the best oral presentations.
We'll now move on to the best oral presentation awards. We had 10 exceptional presenters showcasing their work across 5 thrust areas. The competition was intense and the insights shared were truly impressive. Our 6-member jury evaluated each presentation on technical depth and delivery. While every speaker's contribution was valuable, 3 outstanding performances are highlighted by our jury. I'd like to invite our guest of honor, Professor B.G. Mulimani sir, to present the awards for best oral presentations. The third place goes to Mr. Kartik B.N. of Kuwempu University. Paper entitled Quantum Metrology Across Linear and Non-Linear Regimes with Big Superposition Statement. Cash prize is 2,000. The second place goes to Mr. Mohan S. of Karnatak University Dharwad. A paper entitled Advanced High Performance Supersymmetric Pseudo-Capacitive Supercapacitor based on Mass Ratio Balanced Electrodeposited Mn2 Activated Carbon Electrodes. Cash prize is 3,000 rupees. And the first prize goes to Mr. Shiv Shankar Ganige of Karnatak University Dharwad and paper entitled Morphology Engineered Amine Substituted MnCO2O4 with flower-like architecture for high performance supercapacitor. Cash prize is 5,000 rupees. Congratulations to all the winners. Thank you, sir.
Thank you all for your enthusiastic participation and cooperation. To conclude this scientific gathering, I humbly invite President of this occasion, Professor Srimati Jayashree J. Tonranavar, to give the presidential remarks.
Chief guest of the function, Professor M.H. Jogat, Professor B.G. Mulimani sir, invited speakers, participants, my dear student friends. I am happy to be here with a long sigh at this closing ceremony, celebrating 100 years of amazing changes in how we understand our world. We have had a series of enlightening lectures for these 2 days. I don't want to give the summary of each one of them. I hope you have all attended sincerely the lectures and you have the abstract of each lecture in your mind. so I don't want to repeat that, but what I can say is, so before I started contacting the invited speakers, I had made 2 lists. So the second list was, if the first list, speakers deny. So there was very positive response from all the speakers, so the second list was not at all considered. So I am very thankful to all the speakers yesterday and today's. In addition to this, we received very positive response from all the participants from the campus as well as outside the campus. So we were made to extend our date of registration and also the acceptance of abstracts. So we received exactly 49 abstracts, out of which 37 were for poster presentations and 12 for oral presentations, and all the presenters, they made very, they presented their posters and content of the oral presentations very much enthusiastically, and I wish all of them a great success in their future, and keep in touch with the participants, keep collaborations so that it can do better. And what more I can say, I can only thank, because without audience this would not have been possible. So I thank all the audience who sincerely attended and made best use of the lectures, I suppose. I must thank Professor Jogad, who, when I contacted him for this conference, valedictory chief guest, he messaged in a single word, "Okay, Madam Ji." So I'm very thankful to that one. So he's a man of words. And when he came here and spoke about what he has done, really wonderful that everyone thinks that Bidar, Raichur and Gulbarga are very underdeveloped, but there are, I can say, Budi Muchida Kenta, Elemare Kai. So one has to dig them out, and Professor Jogad is an example for that. He really has done a lot of efforts in conducting various activities in at colleges, universities. He has conducted many exams. I was listening and I was unable to write all of them. And the institution of B.G. Mulimani Foundation Prize is really appreciable. It is a remark to the service of Professor B.G. Mulimani wherever he goes. Thank you very much, sir. He has been the backbone of the physics department, especially when I started when I took the charge and started my chairmanship. It is all because of his patting behind me. And of course, I have Professor S.S. Kupkirti for each and every academic decisions. I keep contacting him, and I have ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನೀವು 3 ಜನ ಬೆರಳೆ ಎಣಿಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಿ ನೀವು ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. But though I say yes, we are 3, but we are more than 3 with the support from adjunct professors, Professor Kupkirti, Professor B.G. Mulimani sir. So in every academic and any other activities, they are always with me, and I am very much grateful to all of them. This is not a vote of thanks, but it is presidential remark, but it is coming from my heart. So I thank everyone, and without Professor Bajantri, I could not have been be able to do it, and without TAs or the research scholars, it was just impossible. And Sukanya was almost right hand for me. I used to call her at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Yesterday, I think if you open my mobile, I have messaged her after 12 also. So thank you, Sukanya. Thank you, the pink team of Karnataka Science College and JSS College. I have named them as a pink team because they were behind me in compiling all the abstracts in a very short notice. So ladies are very much efficient and they have proved it. All the research scholars, they were like my kids and children. I shouted at them whenever the things are not done at my disposal, at my requirement, but they have understood me and they have done it to the mark which I expect, and really it's not my achievement, it is their achievement, and thank you. Yes, of course, he is my PS, not the personal secretary, but the personal support.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, may I call upon Dr. Jyoti Akki, Assistant Professor, JSS College, to propose vote of thanks of this two-day national conference.
So Professor Vedamurthy has helped us in bringing the compendium of abstracts in a very, very short time. Without Professor Vedamurthy, I think it would not have been possible, though it was ready soft copy, but to bring the hard copy, it was very hard for us. So he made it very easy. So please accept our felicitations. Good evening to as we reach the end of this two-day national conference on 100 years of quantum physics, developments and multidisciplinary applications in novel materials to celebrate 100 years of quantum mechanics. It is my proud privilege to convey heartfelt thanks from myself and on behalf of organizing committee to convey thanks to various people and agencies involved in this program and conference. My heartfelt thanks to chief guest of this valedictory function, Professor M.S. Jogal, President of Indian Association of Physics Teachers, Karnataka, who is also Vice President of Karnataka Physics Association, Bangalore. Thank you, sir. I convey my thanks to guest of honor of this program, Professor Arvind Mulimani and Professor David in their absence. We are proudly grateful to Professor A.M. Khan, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Karnataka University Dharwad, for his constant support and advice from day one up to till today. I thank Dr. Shankarappa Vanakyal, Registrar of Karnataka University, for his administrative support, and all other members of university for their support at the needful time. My sincere thanks to Professor B.G. Mulimani, sir, who is instrumental in organizing every function in our physics department. He is a continuous guiding and advising person
From a moment the thought of conducting this conference took birth in physics department. My special thanks to Professor Kukkadi sir, adjunct faculty personalities, Professor N.S. Sankeshwar sir, Professor Kardevar Mat sir, and Professor Tonanavar sir, Professor S.R. Inamdar sir, for their continuous support, guidance at each step of preparation of this conference, who spent their valuable time. After every class they used to come here and monitor and look at the abstract, and even from 2 days they are coming here in this conference room to look at all the arrangement, whether the projector is working properly, whether it is focusing correctly or not. Each and step they have monitored and they have guided. And I thank all the former teachers who actively participated in this program. I am grateful and my sincere thanks to all the resource persons for investing their valuable time in this conference and igniting the young minds. I thank Professor Shivprasad sir, Professor G. Kulkarni sir, Kadle sir, convener of this conference, and Dr. Sukhan, organizing secretary of this conference. Thank you very much for all the organization. I would like to extend my gratitude to director and staff members of Dharwad Regional Science Center and photographer for their service and hospitality. No event can be organized without finance. Hence, it is our responsibility to convey gratitude to all funding agencies. I acknowledge the authorities of Pradhan Mantri Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan, shortly known as State Higher Education Council, SPI Student Chapter, and Karnatak University Alumni Association, and M.R. Gorbal Foundation for their grants. I thank all the participants and attendees for your active participation and enthusiasm that made this conference a grand success. I am very much thankful to all of advisory committee, organizing committee, and conference arrangement committees, research scholars, and student volunteers who are instrumental in making all the arrangements of this conference and made it a grand successful event. My sincere thanks to all who are direct or indirect part of this conference. Thank you all for your gracious presence and support that made this two-day national conference a great successful event. Thank you.